Hi family, you're most welcome to my channel today, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing with you some of the places you can actually get your rent from. In my previous videos I have been speaking about the best place and the most affordable places to live in Scotland. So if you're somebody who is planning to come to Scotland, or you're in Scotland already, or even if you're in the UK and you're looking for a better place to live in Scotland, I would say go check out those videos and then come back to this one to check out where you can get your rent, where you can get houses to rent and so on. So today I am having four or five places you can actually use to get your rent, to get your rent when you are in the UK or in Scotland. I will be focusing on Scotland because that's where I am, but all these process cuts across the whole of the UK. So number one is housing associations. Now these housing associations are trustworthy people because you can actually rely on them. All right, so all that you have to do is to go online and search for housing associations with the name of where you are going. Let's assume you're coming to Glasgow, you're going to Edinburgh, or you're going to Aberdeen. All right, so you just go online and you search housing associations in Glasgow. Now these associations will come up and then you choose one. Now when you see it, it has detailed information about each housing association, so you can actually find phone numbers, you can talk to them like directly, and if you're living in Scotland already, you can actually go to their office to have a word with them concerning your housing, giving them your preference and all that, what you want, whether you like a flat, a house, a detached, whatever you're looking for. All right, or you can actually chat with them online also. There are people that can actually assist you online, so you can, because some of them do have live chat, so you can actually have a chat with them and tell them everything, make more inquiries about them and so on and so forth, and then if you're happy with it, you can go on with your application form. Now one thing I will say is, because these housing associations are people that very trustworthy and very reliable, majority of the people around do use them. All right, so most of the time the demand is very high. Okay, so if you're looking to use the housing associations, you must do it a bit earlier so that you wouldn't have to stay longer in the queue. Okay, now let's say you're if you're now planning to come to the UK and you have, let's say in the next 3 months you'll be in the UK and you're thinking of getting a house from the housing association, I will say start now with that of your application. So by the time you're here, everything will be in order or will be ready. So the number one is the housing association, and I will recommend that because of how trusted they are. Yes. Now the next place I will talk about is the campuses. Now if you're a student also and up till now you're ready to come to the UK but yet you don't have an accommodation, normally I say one thing that is very devastating is going to a new place and not knowing where you're going to stay. It becomes a very big headache. Yes, and so if you're a student and you're coming to the UK but still your accommodation is still not okay, I would say check the campuses. You can actually have a place in the campuses to stay. All you have to do is get the postcode of the university you're coming to, or a house closer to the university, get the postcode, and you can actually use the postcode to look for the nearest campuses to your school. And I believe if you get a nearest place, it becomes more comfortable because you don't have to travel so far to go to school. Yeah, so that's one place you can actually get a room to rent or a house to rent. Yes. Now one thing is, I know majority of the students normally do not use the campuses because in the campuses you need to go by the rules and regulations. You know, you can't just go out and come anytime that you want because it's inside the school, or because it's a campus, it has, you know, security measures and restrictions. Okay, so that is the only thing that's yeah, makes some people do not want. But if you're okay to cope with that, you can actually get a room, and it's not with any stress actually. The next place I will talk about is if you're not coming to the UK, or even if you're in the UK already but you're looking to move to Scotland or any other part of the UK, I will say you must speak to people around you. Let's say people like the shops, these African shops, Asian shops, Indian shops, and all that. You can actually speak to some of them, or the people that you know that are already in the place you're going. Let's say in Scotland, you can actually speak with them, and they can actually find you or look for a place for you. Normally there are people that leave notices or they give information to these shop owners, letting them know that they have a room to rent or they have a place to give out. So if you speak to them, you are able to get such places. And remember, because it's somebody giving an information, sometimes it doesn't take much time compared to the other ones that I've made mention of. So you can actually get a room from asking people that lives around or people that you know already. Yeah, so that is that's where you can actually get a place to rent also. The next place I'm speaking about is searching online practically. Now, we know that the internet has its own positives and negatives. Yes, so whenever you're doing anything online, you need to be very, very vigilant. And talking about being vigilant, I mean to say, before you give money to anybody who gives you something on the internet, you need to be sure that this person, it's a legit person, okay? And by so doing, all right, it will actually help. Yes, what I'm saying is, so before you give anything to anybody at all that you find on the internet, you need to do your own search before you pay money anywhere. I will say, when you find a house online and you like it, go there, see it yourself, take pictures if possible, and even the person you're dealing with, it will be very possible, it will be very good if you could take pictures of everything that you're doing. Then I will advise that if you're going, you could probably go with a lawyer or somebody that can actually serve as a witness in case things go sour and the police comes in. There will be things you can actually use to justify your case. Yes, so you can be helped, because the internet is full of scams, and you might I wouldn't want you to pay money for something that you wouldn't get. So you need to be very, very careful and very vigilant when you're doing things online. But yes, there are beautiful houses that have private house owners over there online that you can actually get a house. All you just have to do is just be careful, and that's it. And I think I will talk about Airbnb. Now, let's say you've come in, you're here already, you couldn't go through all the process that we've made mention, and you're a bit stranded in. Yes, so Airbnb can actually provide you with a room that you can actually live the way you want it. And yeah, so if you're stranded or you don't know where to turn to, and I think you can actually use Airbnb to get a temporary place while you look for other places. That's my own opinion. Yes, so guys, thank you so much. This is what I have for you today, and till we meet again in our next video, I will say check out the other videos on the best place to live in Scotland and the most affordable cities to live in Scotland. I'll leave the links down below. And so till we meet again, have a good day, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.